On a windless day in July, the smoke rises vertically to the sky. Pastor Johannes Malmberget is rowed out to the island and received by the fisherman-cum-farmer Hans Barrys, the island's rightful owner and head of its sole family. He stands on the landing place his forefathers constructed with rocks from the shore and watches the incoming faring, the bulging backs of the two oarsmen and, behind their black cloth caps, the smiling, freshly shaven face of the priest. When they have come close enough, he shouts, "Well, well, here come the gentry." Malmberget clambers to his feet and surveys the shore and meadows that stretch up to the houses in the little clump of trees, listens to the screams of seagulls and black backs that honk like geese on every crag along the coast, to the terns and the strutting waders that bore into the snow-white beaches beneath the radiant sunlight. But when he scrambles out of the faring and teeters a few steps along the mole, he catches sight of something he has never seen before. His home on the main island, the way it looks from Barrys, along with the trading post and the buildings, the farmsteads, the strips of woodland and the fleet of small boats. My word, ver bitty it is. I can scarce see the houses. Hans Barrys says, "Oh, I can see 'em all right." "That's better eyesight than mysel' then," the priest says, staring over at the community he has worked in for the last 30 years, but has never seen before from such a novel vantage point. "Well, da's never been here afore." "It's a good 2 hours rowin'." "Has tha no sails?" Hans Barrys says. "There's no wind," the priest says, his eyes still trained on his home. But the truth is he is petrified of the sea, and is still trembling and elated to be alive after the calm crossing. The oarsmen have taken out their pipes and are sitting with their backs turned to them, smoking. At last, the priest can shake Hans Barrys' hand, and as he does so, he spots the rest of the family who have come down from the houses. Hans's old father, Martin, a widower since his wife passed away almost 10 years ago, Hans's unmarried and much younger sister, Barbara, and the woman who reigns on the island, Maria, holding 3-year-old Ingrid by the hand. All in their Sunday best. The priest notes with satisfaction. They must have seen the boat when it was rounding Uterholmen, which is now no more than a black hat floating on the sea to the north. He walks towards the little flock, which has stopped and stands there studying the grass, whereafter he shakes hands with each of them in turn. Not one of them ventures to look up, not even old Martin. He has removed his red woolly hat, and finally Ingrid, who, the priest observes, has clean, white hands, not even black fingernails, which have not been bitten down either, but are neatly trimmed, and look at those small dimples where the knuckles will eventually appear. He stands still, beholding this little work of art, and reflecting that soon it will be a hard-working woman's hand, a sinewy, soil-blackened and calloused hand, a man's hand, one of those pieces of wood all hands become here, sooner or later. He says, "Ah, so there tha is, my dear. Does thou believe in God?" Ingrid does not answer. "Indeed she does," says Maria, who is the first to look straight at the guest. But suddenly he makes his initial discovery once again, whereupon he takes a few determined paces past the boat shed, which rises like a step from the water, and makes his way up a hillock from where the view is even better. "By Jove, I can see the rectory too." Hans Barrys walks past him and says, "And from here thou can see the church." The priest hurries after him and stands admiring the whitewashed church that emerges and looks like a faded postage stamp beneath the black mountains, where a few remaining patches of snow resemble teeth in a rotten mouth.